Your engine is quietly losing power, and carbon buildup is the reason. Right now, deposits are coating your injectors and valves, stealing horsepower, hurting your MPG, and sometimes even triggering that check engine light. The fix can be as simple as one bottle, but here's the catch. Most cleaners on the shelf don't actually work. So today, we're revealing the top 10 fuel system cleaners that truly deliver results. No hype, just real performance. Let's get into it. Before we start countdown, you need to understand one acronym: P.i, Polyetheramine. This matters more than branding, more than marketing claims, more than what the bottle promises. P.i is the only detergent proven to survive the 400-degree Fahrenheit heat inside a combustion chamber and still remain chemically active. That's important because carbon deposits don't form in the fuel tank. They form at the injector tips, intake valves, and combustion chamber where temperatures are extreme. If a cleaner doesn't contain P.i, it's not really a cleaner, it's just a solvent. Solvents like kerosene or naphtha can wet carbon deposits, but they evaporate before doing any real work. They pass through the engine without breaking carbon's molecular bonds. It's like trying to wash a greasy pan with hot water and no soap. The pan gets wet. It might even look better for a moment, but the grease is still stuck. And that's exactly what happens inside your engine. Let's start the countdown. Number 10. HKS-DDR Direct Deposit Remover. Kicking off at number 10 is a product that most people outside of the import car community have never even heard of, and that is exactly why it deserves a spot on this list. HKS is a legendary Japanese tuning brand with decades of motorsport history behind them. If you are into Japanese performance cars, Supras, Evos, GTRs, WRXs, you already know that name. Their DDR, Direct Deposit Remover, is their fuel system cleaning solution, and it does not mess around. The DDR is built around an extremely high concentration of PEA detergent, the kind of concentration that in Japan is sometimes described as medical grade. It was originally designed for the demanding, high-revving engines of the Japanese domestic market, engines tuned close to the edge where injectors need to flow with pinpoint precision at 9,000 RPM. There is simply no room for deposits at that level. The reason it lands at number 10 and not higher is purely availability. In North America and Europe, you will need to seek it out through import specialty retailers or online. It is not something you grab off a shelf at your local auto parts store. But if you own a Japanese import or are a performance enthusiast willing to hunt for the best, HKS DDR is absolutely worth tracking down. The underground legend of this list. Number 9. VP Racing Fuel System Cleaner. At number 9, we have a product from a name that motorsports fans will recognize immediately: VP Racing Fuels. VP Racing has been supplying fuel to professional race teams for decades, from NASCAR to drag strips to road racing series across the country. So when VP Racing makes a fuel system cleaner, you pay attention. Their cleaner was built with one specific modern problem in mind, and that problem is ethanol. Today's gasoline contains ethanol. E10 is now standard at most pumps, E15 is growing, and for flex fuel vehicles, E85 is a regular fill-up. Here is why that matters. Ethanol is hydrophilic, meaning it attracts water. When water gets into your fuel system, it causes corrosion, phase separation, and accelerated deposit buildup. And it is particularly harsh on older components, rubber seals, and metal surfaces not originally designed for high ethanol blends. VP Racing's cleaner directly combats these ethanol-related problems while simultaneously delivering a high-dose PEA clean through your injectors and combustion chamber. If you are running high ethanol blends regularly, driving an older vehicle exposed to modern E15, or simply want your fuel system treated by a brand that lives and breathes racing chemistry, this is your product. It sits at number 9, but if ethanol is your enemy, it punches well above its ranking. Number 8. Liqui Moly P.i Jectron. Liqui Moly is one of the most respected names in automotive chemicals worldwide. They make a standard Jectron injector cleaner, but that's not what we're recommending. We're talking about the P.i Jectron, where P.i stands for direct injection. In traditional port-injected engines, Fuel sprays onto the back of the intake valve, constantly washing it as it flows through, a natural self-cleaning action. In modern GDI engines, fuel is injected directly into the combustion chamber, completely bypassing the intake valves. Nothing washes those valves. Carbon builds up unchecked over tens of thousands of miles, creating what mechanics call GDI coke, thick, hard deposits that choke airflow and kill performance. Liqui Moly engineered the DI Jectron specifically for this problem, with chemistry designed to break down baked-on carbon in the high-heat, fuel-dry environment around GDI intake valves. If you drive a modern turbocharged GDI engine, and there's a good chance you do, this belongs in your maintenance rotation. Number 7. CRC 1-Tank Power Renew. Number 7 is for anyone who just bought a used car with an unknown maintenance history, or anyone whose car has lost that crisp responsiveness it once had. CRC has been making specialty chemicals for over 75 years. With 1-Tank Power Renew, they pursued one specific goal: deliver the maximum possible cleaning dose in a single tank of fuel. The PEA concentration is notably high, significantly more than what you'd find in an average budget cleaner, engineered explicitly to restore lost power to neglected engines. The 1-tank promise isn't hype. Drivers consistently report noticeable improvements in throttle response, idle smoothness, and fuel economy after a single treatment on vehicles that have never been cleaned. Think of it as a pressure wash for the inside of your engine. Widely available, affordable, and nothing at this price point hits harder. The product we'd recommend as your very first fuel system treatment ever. Number 6. Gumout Regane Complete Fuel System Cleaner. The best value per dollar on this list, and most likely available within 5 miles of wherever you are right now. Gumout has been around since the 1940s, and Regane Complete is their flagship product. What separates it from the generic cleaners next to it on the shelf comes down to the specific PEA they use. Gumout formulates with a high molecular weight PEA, a version of the detergent molecule engineered to remain stable and chemically active at the extreme temperatures inside modern engines. Many cheaper cleaners use lower-grade detergents that break down before they do their job. The heat destroys them before they reach the deposits. Gumout's formula survives and works in the conditions that actually exist inside a running engine. It cleans injectors, intake valves, combustion chambers, and carburetors, and you can find it at Walmart, AutoZone, O'Reilly, and Advance Auto. The people's champion of this list. Number 5. Royal Purple Max Clean. Welcome to the top 5. Number 5 does something none of the others quite manage. It genuinely does 3 big jobs, and does all 3 of them well. Royal Purple built its entire reputation on high-performance synthetic lubricants, and that engineering philosophy is baked directly into Max Clean. First, it cleans, using PEA-based detergents to strip carbon from injectors, intake valves, and combustion chambers. Second, it stabilizes, containing fuel stabilizers that prevent gasoline from breaking down during storage. If you're putting away a motorcycle, boat, or seasonal vehicle, Max Clean protects the fuel from going stale. Third, it reduces emissions. Royal Purple has third-party testing data showing meaningful reductions in hydrocarbon and carbon monoxide output, which matters both environmentally and practically if you're heading toward an emissions test. Max Clean is also specifically effective against GDI coke. If you want one bottle that checks cleaning, protection, emissions, and GDI capability, this is your all-in-one answer. Number 4. Amsoil P.i Performance Improver. Number 4 is for the data-driven people who don't just want to be told something works. They want to see actual numbers. Amsoil competes on science rather than marketing. They test their products, document results, and publish the data openly. In independent testing, P.i has been shown to improve fuel economy by up to 5.7%. If you spend $3,000 a year on gasoline, That's roughly $170 back in your pocket annually, from a single bottle costing around $10 to $12. Amsoil specifically engineered P.i to restore the precise spray pattern of fuel injectors. When an injector is coated with deposits, the spray pattern degrades from a fine mist into irregular streams. Combustion becomes less complete, and you burn more fuel for the same output. P.i strips those deposits and restores original injector performance. It's fully compatible with all gasoline engines, naturally aspirated, turbocharged, supercharged, and GDI, and delivers documented, quantifiable results for the efficiency-focused driver. Number 3. Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus. At number 3, a product with a history unlike any other on this list. Here's a fact that might surprise you. Chevron didn't just make a fuel system cleaner, they invented the core ingredient that makes the best cleaners work. Chevron scientists patented the PEA molecule. Polyetheramine, the gold standard detergent discussed throughout this entire list, was born in Chevron's research laboratories. While every other product here uses PEA, Chevron created it. That legacy shows in the trust Techron has earned. BMW, General Motors, and Toyota all specifically recommend Techron Concentrate Plus as a safe and effective maintenance product. These companies spend billions engineering their engines to tight tolerances. That kind of institutional endorsement is not given lightly. Techron also earned special recognition for component safety. Many fuel system cleaners can damage the fuel sending unit inside your tank, the device that communicates your fuel level to your dashboard gauge. Techron is specifically formulated to be safe for these sensitive components, while still delivering thorough cleaning throughout the entire fuel system. Original pedigree, automaker trust, component safety. That's number 3. Number 2. BG44K Platinum. At number 2, a product most car owners have never seen because it's not sold on store shelves. BG Products sells exclusively through professional automotive service shops. You won't find BG44K at Walmart or any big box retailer. To get it, you go to a dealership, an independent shop, or a professional supplier. That's a deliberate positioning decision that says everything about who this product is made for. When a car fails an emissions test tied to carbon-related issues, the shop's first move is often a can of BG44K. When a check engine light points to misfires, lean fuel conditions, or carbon deposits, BG44K. When a fleet manager needs to maintain hundreds of vehicles at peak efficiency, BG44K. When a technician needs to put their professional reputation behind a product, BG44K. It has been the industry standard for over 40 years. The formula is built around a high PEA concentration with a full-spectrum approach, cleaning the entire fuel system from the tank through to the combustion chamber. BG also backs their products with a written warranty protection program through certified service centers. If you want what actual mechanics use when the stakes are real, the mechanic's secret is officially out. Number 1. Redline SI-1 Complete Fuel System Cleaner. The best fuel system cleaner you can buy. In a category where most brands guard their formulas and make claims backed by nothing, Redline does something remarkable. They tell you what's in the bottle. Redline SI-1 contains approximately 30 to 50% polyetheramine by concentration. When most competitors work with single-digit PEA percentages, and some budget cleaners contain essentially none, Redline sits at 30 to 50%. By sheer cleaning power and detergent concentration, it's in a league entirely of its own. But SI-1 isn't just brute force. Redline also included something almost no other product at this level offers: a synthetic upper cylinder lubricant built directly into the formula. When you strip away built-up deposits, those deposits have also been providing incidental lubrication over time. A harsh cleaner that strips everything without replacing lubrication can increase friction and wear on critical components. Redline solved this by engineering the lubricant directly into the formula. You clean and protect simultaneously with no trade-offs. SI-1 is safe for all gasoline engines, turbocharged, supercharged, naturally aspirated, and GDI. It's compatible with oxygen sensors and catalytic converters. Use it as a maintenance dose with every fill-up or as a periodic intensive treatment. It performs reliably either way. The concentration, the transparency, the dual-action clean and lubricate approach. Nothing else on the market consistently comes out on top. Redline SI-1, the one we'd put in our own engines without a second thought. And that's the list. 10 bottles, 10 different strengths, but one simple rule. If it doesn't contain real PEA in a meaningful concentration, it's not cleaning your engine, it's just passing through. Carbon buildup is not a myth. It's not marketing, it's chemistry. And left alone, it slowly steals power, efficiency, and longevity from your engine. The good news? Now you know exactly what works. Whether you want the underground legend, the mechanic's secret weapon, the OEM trusted original, or the concentration king, there's a cleaner on this list built for your engine and your budget. If this breakdown saved you time, money, or a future repair bill, hit that like button. Subscribe for more no-fluff, data-driven car content. And tell me in the comments, which one are you running in your engine?